Thank you for joining me today, everyone. We're halfway there in our stability flow class, and I hope you're seeing improvement in how you're moving, how you're flowing, how you're keeping grounded, how balanced your body is, how you're moving in your alignment. And it's a beautiful feeling to have. It feels strong, but it feels open at the same time. We're moving with stability and mobility. And yes, we're going to reach the limits of our flexibility, but we're still going to keep the body aligned and open. Today, we were layering what we did the previous 2 weeks. So we kept the hands and the feet active for that beautiful feeling of being grounded in the flow state. We came to the end of the exhale, our energetic center. And then there was the inhale, the beautiful rising energy. We stay with that rising energy, that opening outwards of awareness. There's a heightened sense of anticipation, of excitement. After the inhale, it's like, what's gonna come? So that's a beautiful feeling to stay with. That's a beautiful sensation, beautiful. The body instinctually, non-verbally knows that. We don't have to verbalize it. We don't have to overthink it. We don't have to qualify it. We just need to give ourselves the time to feel it. And then there was the exhale, drawing inwards, again coming to that moment of stillness, staying with that inner stillness, staying with that inner peace, staying with that inner feeling of calmness. And again, we're drawing inwards, everything comes together. That's the moment where everything comes together. We have the ground, we're in the flow, we're moving from the inside out. And those pauses after the exhale, after the inhale, they're the ones that will get us to they're the ones where our awareness comes to the fore. And it's not like we're stopping the flow. We're actually, it's like we're floating in the flow. It's a little bit like a bird catching a current of air. So the bird flaps its wings, and then there comes a moment when it catches a current of air. It just holds the wings open and glides with that. And that allows the bird to change direction, and the bird can follow the current of air, or it can bring again its wings into action and change direction. And that's how we're moving in the flow state when we are flowing from the inside out, when we're staying with that inner awareness. And again, there in the practice today on the mat, what we did was I brought in and I layered in some gentle lifts and folds to allow yourself to feel the extension of the spine as you go up and the grounding as you go up. So it's a beautiful root and rise, and then there's the fold. So we synchronized our breath coming up. We were, for example, in triangle or in warrior 2 or in warrior 1. We synchronize our breath, breathing in, lifting up, engaging that root and rise, that beautiful extension, and then we were folding. And when we were folding, we weren't collapsing. There's a folding means we're moving into that space that we open. We're not going downwards, collapsing. So the direction still stays up, but it's an upward and inward, if it makes sense, movement. So we're still staying with the space that we opened up, and we're still staying rising on the mat. And it feels when we're moving like this, when we're moving with this amount of mindfulness, the body automatically adjusts from the inside out. We don't have to focus on all the alignment cues. The body will automatically make the adjustments. For example, now as I was talking to you, after I moved, I brought my awareness back into my breath, and I realized my feet were walking themselves inward. I stayed with them, and that's then actually saying, wait a second, you're swaying, you're breathing, I need to bring you back into a more stable place. So that's the wonder, that's the inner intelligence of our body. It's awakening to that intelligence of the body, trusting it, allowing the body to do its thing, and us just staying with the wonderful benefits. Now, why do we need to breathe from pause to pause and to move from pause to pause? The first thing is the greater space it gives us. And again, on the inhale, we're rooting and rising. We're extending, we're keeping our feet planted, we're keeping our hands planted, and we're opening the space. And in the pause, all those muscles that are working to lift us up are staying engaged. So all that space stays open, it stays it stays connected, and we're staying engaged, we're staying present in our body. And because we're not focused on exhaling straight away, the breath is not doing something, it just stays with it, our awareness comes to meet that engagement. We become aware of the awareness, and we become aware of the tone, the balance, the integrity in the body. So we're staying with that tone, we're staying with that openness. The second reason, and the most important one, is we are staying inwards. We are moving from the inside out. And this prevents any loss of control. Flow classes can be wonderful, and sometimes because they feel so energizing, we might be tempted to throw ourselves in a pose. And that pose can be, even if it feels awesome, it might not be the best thing that our body needs at that particular moment. So staying with the breath, working from the inside out, guarantees that the space we're flowing into is a safe place, and it's a growing space. So we're not gonna do anything crazy, we're not gonna hurt ourselves, and what's most important, we're gonna keep that sense of presence and that anchoring with the movement of the present moment with us at all times. Third reason, it is equally important as the second one, so I'd say equally most important, and it's an off the mat reason. It brings us into ourselves, in the flow of life. I think one of the biggest reasons people love the flow classes is because they're just like life, constantly moving, relentless, always bringing something new. There's always something happening. Where's my hand? Where's my foot? What's the teacher doing? So they're very similar to what we're going through every day off our mat. So if we get the skill to move from the inside on the mat, and we bring it off the mat in our life, how connected will we be with our genuine feelings, with our genuine sensations, with our genuine inner experience? We're constantly gonna experience this moment, this present moment, this life, from a point of constant inner awareness. And to my mind, that's invaluable. And I think every week I say this is invaluable, and that's true. It's like every week we're adding gems to this beautiful yoga necklace, and it's not that one is more important than the other, they're all priceless. And the more we add to our everyday experience off the mat, while we learn it on the mat, the richer and more abundant our life will be. So thank you for joining me. Let me know how you felt. Let me know how you experienced the drawing inwards. How did you feel moving from the inside out? Staying with that sense of awareness. Staying within the limits of that awareness. I'd love to hear your opinions. Until then, see you next time on the mat.